I'm at the Games Technology course, and the title of my project is an investigation into gameflow methods in serious games. So basically, it's kind of like a joint project really with Bournemouth University and the New Forest Park Authority. Basically, so like one side of it is that they wanted to create a visualisation of a historical place in the New Forest, which mine was East Border Airfield, depicted in 1917 of World War One. So and that was so basically the part of that was I had to create a visualization that could be walked around in real time using a game engine. So it could have even been Unity, but I chose Unreal 4. And basically you had to create like certain artifacts for them. So I had to make like a fly-through video. I had to create the actual level as well, so you can interact and walk around. I had to create a set of images that was on Twitter and all that, so they could use it for their own websites. As well as I also had to create an actual separate version of the same thing, but on a tablet as well. So it also had to be all optimized to run on a tablet, which was no small task in itself. So. But the second part of that as well was also to test gameflow methods, such as navigational aids and reward systems, to see if they actually help the player and entice the player to actually achieve the goals. And like because there was historical areas that had like educational cues. And previous dissertations that did similar things to this as well found that they, having no navigational aids, they just, because obviously the main target was children and like teenagers, that they just didn't find any of them. So like they would just walk around aimlessly and interact with nothing. So that was the idea of it. So basically, a lot of the lit review was looking into the history of East Border. There's a lot of it. Like not even just that, like the logistics of the base, like knowing like all the different buildings. There's over like 34 different buildings. I mean, I couldn't make 34 different buildings in the space of a year, so I had to look at how many different buildings there were and see if I could find similarities and make buildings, like 4 or 5 sets of buildings that would represent those buildings. I had to look into actual reward systems such as achievements, navigational systems. I looked into games like Halo, other games like Grand Theft Auto where it had like a waypoint system type thing like that. I think in the end it helped me decide I wanted to use an objective marker based system that I used that was actually taken sort of in a way from Halo, which is inspired by Halo, so it was all parts of that. Basically, I used Unreal 4 to actually make the environment itself. We actually had LiDAR data as well, which was used completely for the terrain. And basically, what LiDAR is it's a scanning technology that's taken from a plane, and they scanned the whole area of New Forest with it. So they used that. We had to actually take that data and make it usable within an actual a game engine such as Unreal. So we had to create a height map from that. And it's something that's over like 2 miles long. You have to skim it down and get the right area. I also used blueprints to create the objective marker system, which is in Unreal. To create all the models, I used Maya and Substance Painter as well to do all the texturing. So that was mostly all the software I used. So I did an experiment with two of the different, of the actual game itself. One with all the navigational aids and one without. I used a Leica scale-based questionnaire. It had sort of 2 parts because the first I did 2 sorts of testing. One with the actual like historical experts of the actual area to see if the place was accurate. So I couldn't question them basically on like the history and if they actually got the questions right because they'd know them all. So and then the second one was like a 2-part questionnaire with the same one from the first one, and then the second one was questioning like students on the actual historical artifacts within the game. And then after that, I used t-testing to evaluate it, which is a scientific statistical type of testing. Well, it came with a lot of significant positive data. I don't like to use the word proving, but basically providing significant evidence that having these in place in a serious game, especially once to teach you something, did prove like that people wanted to actually find these areas more, and actually they took in the information a lot more efficiently because they were able to find it, know what they were looking for, and then read it. So it worked. I enjoyed the entire process. I think it was I enjoyed uni all the way through, but it felt like, because obviously 4 years including your placement, it felt like the best part of the entire degree to me, to be honest, because there was no exams, it was no like that. It's all just work, and the harder you work, the better it is. So that's why I liked it.